Welcome to another episode of Reclaim Your Peace with Mother Earth. So glad to be here with you today. I am an eco-intuitive life coach, and I support women who are struggling with anxiety, self-doubt, depression. I help you in finding simple moments of peace and clarity working with Mother Earth. And today I'm going to be talking about something that is super, I think, increasingly common among so many women, and that is the caregiver stress that we experience. And when I talk about caregiver stress, I'm talking about both the the everyday stress of raising children, whether they are, they have special needs like we have in our household, or just the typical stress, right, of raising a child. Lots of stress there, and beautiful moments too, of course. But I also wanted to touch on and acknowledge, not just touch on, but acknowledge the stress of caring for aging parents, because that is, so many women are in that sandwich time where we're both caring for children but also caring for our aging parents. And whether they are struggling with an illness, or whether they are just simply aging and need more assistance. So today I wanted to share with you some guidance, some techniques, some ways to bring more peace into your life as a caregiver so that you can experience times of stillness, ease the anxiety and the stress, and relieve that, even for a few moments, so that you can hear your beautiful soul's wisdom, your intuition. And nature, Mother Earth, is offering you so many opportunities to do this every single day. So we're going to talk about that, all right? And first, I just wanted to let you know that, I'm right there with you if you're experiencing this. I have experienced the stress of caring for an aging parent. My mom passed away 13 years ago from Lewy body dementia, and I spent a lot of time with her, especially in the last years of her life as her health and her cognition was declining. So I'm very familiar with the stress of caring for an aging parent. And we have two kids, almost 7-year-old and a 13-year-old. And our 7-year-old has autism, and also ADHD. So he, there's a particular kind of stress that goes along with caring for a special needs child as well. And the techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you today are things that have directly helped me. I mean, I wouldn't even say that they've helped me. They have literally transformed my life for the better in so many ways. That's why I feel so passionate about sharing these techniques with you, because I know firsthand what an impact they can make in your life. And my clients have also experienced what an impact these very simple techniques in partnership with nature, with Mother Earth, can help you day to day. So let's get into it. First of all, you can probably guess, but why is this important? This is important, and I just want to say that this is an important thing to note, because we hear so much advice about mindfulness, about meditation, about taking time for ourselves, right? And it is that can become kind of like pressure. That can feel like pressure that we are being told that we need to do this for ourselves, especially as caregivers, when it's being offered to us as something that you need to commit a lot of time to doing. That immediately is just disregarded, right? If you're a busy caregiver, I am right there with you. People had recommended meditation to me for years, and it just never really connected for me. It was really hard for me to get into a regular meditation practice. So I just wanted to let you know that if that is something that you have tried and have not been able to maintain, you are not alone. I promise you, you are not alone. And so the the importance though of finding a practice that allows you to come into stillness even for a few moments. I'm not talking about 20 minutes sitting in lotus position, while your baby is crying in the background and you're worried about your parents, in their house. And that is such a difficult space to get into, to devote 20 minutes or 30 minutes to a meditation practice. And really, these practices that I'm going to share and just the insight that I'm going to share came through my experience of having a high needs baby and time with my mom as she was declining from Lewy body dementia. Hi, thank you for joining. Now, why do we need to do this? I've already touched on a few things. It is important for you to give your system, your nervous system, everything a break, even for a few moments. You really need this in your life. You need to find ways to, and I say this with so much love, so please don't take it as you need to, but it's so important for you to find a way to tap into moments of stillness. Those moments of stillness are exactly what everything about you needs to relieve the anxiety and the stress that you are experiencing in your life. And the more moments that you can integrate into your day in a very easy way, which I will describe in just a moment, the more moments you can allow yourself to have like that, the greater you are able to connect with your soul, with your intuition, with the divine, however you define it. God, goddess, universe, source energy, all of these things. We need to connect with those spaces and create that space within our lives so that we can more clearly hear all of the love and compassion and guidance and wisdom that your soul is offering to you in every single moment. When you can connect with that, that is going to just catapult your ability to experience more peace and stillness and clarity in the times when you most need it, in those times when, your kid is having a huge tantrum in the middle of the public library, which I have experienced many times, and you need to keep your shit together, right? You need to keep it together to help them keep it together. Because when we can, as caregivers, intensify the situation that those that we are caring for are experiencing. So it's really a gift, not only for them, but most importantly for you to be able to access that ability to have a time of calm and presence, and where you can be the caregiver that they most need in that moment in a way that is not depleting for you. All right, so some of the biggest obstacles to this practice, to developing a regular practice of connecting with the stillness that is being offered to you by the earth, some of the biggest obstacles are, of course, I don't have the time. How the heck am I supposed to fit this into my schedule? I'm already running ragged. I get that. I, once again, am talking about integrating these moments in the life, in the day, in the schedule that you already experience. And the beautiful thing about connecting with Mother Earth, with nature, is that you are surrounded by nature in every moment, whether you are indoors or outdoors. You can just breathe the fresh air if you're outside, feel the ground under your feet, touch a tree trunk, and just experience that for even 30 seconds. Focus your attention on your senses of your sight, which we often focus on more than others. So maybe focus on something like touch, texture, fragrance, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, even sometimes what you're tasting. And I think that that's especially important to note because you are always going to be making food, making meals, right? So, one of the easiest ways to connect with that moment of stillness and just be in that, 10-second moment of presence is when you're preparing foods for your loved ones and while you're enjoying those foods as well. And I know from experience as a caregiver that I tend to, wolf down my food because we don't have a lot of time, right? When we're busy attending to everything that's going on in the house. So I think that this is also a great way of being more mindful about what we are eating and allowing ourselves to enjoy the taste of whatever we are eating in that moment. And it really is nothing more than bringing your awareness to the fact that this is an opportunity to experience stillness, to start recognizing those moments. So, those moments already exist in your day. Those moments that can remind you, that can act as a gentle reminder to come into the present moment and just allow yourself to really be with that apple that you're eating, for instance, or to really be with this is going to sound silly, but it's true, with the peanut butter jelly sandwich that you're creating for your child. Just allow yourself to experience the fact that you are connecting with nature in that moment. You're connecting with those peanuts that grew in a field somewhere, and you're connecting with the fruit that is within the jelly. Now, I know that in a way, this is like, what are you talking about? How could that possibly bring me a moment of stillness? It can. And I and my clients are living proof that when you become more open, when you open your awareness to the fact that you can always come back to your connection with nature. Nature is just intrinsically calming for the vast majority of people. There is a grounding that happens when we mindfully connect with nature. Again, whether we're indoors or outdoors, there is a sense of stability and trust and at times awe and wonder and all of these beautiful feelings that are so important to cultivate within ourselves, especially when we are caregivers, because we're moving so fast, we're handling so many things, we're, you know, juggling stressful events, things that are, just very present in our lives. So these techniques are not to dismiss the importance of all of those things. They are just to remind you that you can create those moments where you are giving yourself the gift of presence. You're giving yourself the gift of stillness and awareness and being mindful in that moment. And the more times you do this through the course of your day, the more it becomes a habit, the more it becomes a practice. And soon you will find that the next time you take the trash out, you will be guided to just stand there for a moment and look up at the sky, look at the stars, look at the clouds, whatever time of day it is, and just take a nice deep breath. Yep, right there by the garbage cans. I do it all the time. It may be a beautiful way of you to experience presence in that moment. And you deserve to have those moments where you are just committing that you are in it for you in that little chunk of time. You deserve it. So, those moments, that time is already there in your day. It really is just a matter of being aware of the moment while it's happening. I'm not even talking about carving out more time in your day. I'm talking about just a slight shift in how you are choosing to experience moments of your day. I've told the story many times. My son was a newborn. He had a lot of eating struggles and he was losing weight. There were concerns. I was so wrapped up into all of that. I was just consumed with caring for my baby, of course, as anybody knows that has been in that position. So we ended up spending a whole lot of time in his room. And one day I was just sitting in there in the rocker, in the nursing chair. He was asleep. And I started looking around the room and I realized that nature was present in the room in so many ways. And I began to see the sunlight streaming in, and I recognized that I was connecting with the sun and I was connecting with the element of fire. And then I saw that there was, wood all over. We had the wood crib and the wood floors. And I realized that through all of that connection with wood in our home, in the nursery, I was connecting with the element of earth. And that felt so grounding to me that I was able to connect with earth while I was right there. And then, of course, we had a mobile over the nursing chair that was gently moving, and I realized that the air was moving through the room, and I was connecting with the element of air. And then I always had a big thing of water nearby, as I do today, and was connecting with the element of water. So if it helps you to think of the four elements, earth, air, fire, and water, the four traditional elements, you can start seeing your connection with earth in virtually every single moment. Well, I'm not going to say virtually, I'm going to say every single moment of your day and night, you have an invitation being made to connect with the earth, whether you're indoors or outdoors, with nature, with Mother Earth, through recognizing that you're interacting with the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Now, if that helps you, great, go with it. If that makes it more complex, don't worry about it. Just focus on seeing those moments when you are working with or experiencing, sitting on, putting on clothes, anything that contains something from nature. There are so many opportunities throughout your day. Once you start seeing them, you will see that nature is supporting you in every single moment of your day. Nature is giving us so many opportunities to find stillness, to see the chance to be still in the moment, and to hear the love and the compassion of your soul, of your intuition in those moments. And that is a natural progression with this work, with this practice. The more you see this interaction with nature and build upon the stillness and the presence that you experience in those moments, the more you can recognize that and be aware of it, the more you will be able to settle into the moment of stillness. And that is the doorway to hearing more clearly your soul's guidance, divine guidance, the guidance of your soul, your natural wisdom. So this is not only about, a moment of peace and then just Zen, just feel that peace, that spaciousness, but you can also begin cultivating your ability to tap into your deepest, most wise guidance, the guidance of your beautiful soul. She is always there, ready to guide you, ready to offer you assurance, ready to offer you love and compassion and reminders and insight that you most need to navigate the stress of being a caregiver. I think it's important to note that Caregivers we have to make so many decisions through the course of our caregiving journey. Whether it's choosing to go to a new therapist or choosing a new medication or, changing our schedules so that we can better accommodate the needs of the ones that we're caring for. All of these, conversations that we have with doctors and with, other support people in our lives. These moments, the journey involves a lot of decision making. And I really didn't even fully appreciate it until I'm starting to talk about it right now. I think a lot of the stress of being a caregiver is the amount of decisions that we feel responsible for making for those that we are caring for. And it can feel overwhelming at times. This alone can be very stressful. The whole, decision fatigue can be very stressful. So I'm going to tell you that when you are able to more clearly hear the wisdom of your soul, you will be able to make decisions with much more clarity, with much more confidence, and that with in a much more efficient way. So especially if you are a woman who is prone to anxiety and to overanalyzing, which I am definitely in that category, I will tell you that this practice has been transformational for that alone, not to mention all of the other benefits that come from developing a simple practice of connecting with your soul, connecting with nature. Because the more that you are able to have confidence in your ability to make decisions and to take action based on those decisions, it just immediately alleviates a chunk of that stress that you are under. And I know that this practice allows you to have greater clarity in your life. I know that you have a lot of concerns and worries and pressures, and a lot of that is stuff that you're putting on yourself. And it's perpetuating a cycle of stress and anxiety that a simple practice like this can help ease and eventually even largely alleviate, right? To be able to understand that you have the ability to make excellent, well reasoned decisions that are also backed up by the guidance, the insight, the clarity of your soul. This is huge. This is really big for caregivers to have that level of assurance within yourself. And it definitely does alleviate caregiver stress. So I think that I'm going to end it there. I think that that's enough to chew on for now, but I just wanted to go through it once again. The importance of being open. Make the commitment right now that you are willing to open yourself up to see those moments that you already have throughout your day, to just take a breath, come back to your heart, come back to your soul. You may want to even bring your hand or both hands to your heart as a reminder that that is a sacred moment for you, a sacred pause. And begin to see those moments throughout your day, whether you are indoors or outdoors. You could even be traveling in a car or on a bus or on a train. There's just really an endless number of opportunities for you each and every day to come back to your heart, to come back to the presence in the moment. And the more that you recognize these moments and the more that you intentionally are aware of them in your life, the greater the opportunity to experience stillness that allows you to hear your intuition, that allows you to hear the guidance of your beautiful soul. And nature is always there offering you those moments, offering you so much opportunity to reclaim your peace because it is something that you deserve. Being able to access those moments of peace and stillness are transformational. They will not only bring great benefits to your loved one who you are caring for as you are becoming more and more calm and present and being able to attend to their needs in that moment, but most importantly, that those moments will bring you the gifts of deepening your connection, your relationship with your soul, with your intuition, with the divine, however you choose to define it, and with Mother Earth. I wish you many moments of awareness of those times that are already within your days, every single day, where you can just take a breath, welcome your soul's presence, welcome her guidance, welcome her love and compassion. And see those moments that you already have in your day. Once you start seeing them, you will see how easy it is to make this a practice. It is a practice of self-care and self-love, and it can transform your life. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this kind of work resonates for you and you would like to take it deeper, I would love to have the opportunity to talk with you one-on-one. I offer free breakthrough sessions, and all you have to do is click the link down below in the description to learn more and to sign up for your free 1-hour breakthrough session where we talk about where you're at right now, where you would like to go, and if I am the coach who can take you there. It would be such a great opportunity to help you with whatever you're experiencing in this moment and to really allow you to tap into the wisdom that you already hold within yourself. This kind of work is not about me giving you answers. This is about you creating the space within yourself to hear your answers that are already within you, your natural wisdom. So all you have to do is click down below to book a free breakthrough session. I'm also including the link down below to access a free gift, which is a guide to talking with nature, reclaiming your peace in 4 simple steps. You can check that out with the link down below as well. Such a joy to be with you here again today. I will be back again in a couple of weeks here on YouTube Live, and I will see you then. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. And see those moments that are all throughout your day to take a moment, take a breath, connect with your heart, connect with your soul, connect with nature. Take care. Bye-bye.